Hey guys, welcome back. My name's TechnoTuner, and today we're going to be taking a look at my Noble Knight deck profile. Noble Knight is one of those fun lore-based decks that I really just had fun with building. It doesn't really accomplish much, but it is a more fun feel to the actual deck. You can customize this any way you like. Today I'm just bringing you my point of view from the kind of deck I like to play for this. Do note the extra deck is missing about 3 slots that you can fill with anything. I don't run any synchros in this deck build. I'm more sticking to along the Xyz and link-based strategy in which I can utilize this deck with. So, let's hop right on in. Today, we're going to start off with the normal monsters. We have 2 Noble Knight. Arthur, I'm just going to call him Arthur because he's basically King Arthur from the lore. And I can't pronounce his last part of his name, which is Artorius. He's just an 1800 beater and defender. It's really great to have him in the deck because, in all honesty, what is Camelot without King Arthur? Alright, up next, we do play 3 Noble Knight Brothers. When this card is normal summoned, you can special summon up to 2 Noble Knight monsters from your hand, but you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Noble Knight monsters. The other great effect of him is that he has the ability to target up to 3 Noble Knight and or Noble Arms cards in your graveyard, shuffle them back to draw 1. So it's a great way to get some recursion going. Up next, we have Merlin. I do play him at 3 because he has the capability during your turn to tribute himself when he's normal summon or special summon, and then special summon a Noble Knight monster from the deck. The other effect that he has that makes him very useful is in the graveyard, you can banish him to Xyz into an Noble Knight Xyz monster using monsters you currently control. So it makes it really easy to go into Noble Knight plays on your opponent's turn, which can be kind of fun to do. Up next, I do play 2 Noble Knight Custonin. This card, if you control a Noble Arms equip spell, you can special summon him from your hand, and any monster that was synchro, Xyz, or link summon using this card on the field gains the effect. If this card is special summon, you can normal summon 1 Noble Knight monster during your main phase, in addition to your normal summon or set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. However, all the cards that do have these effects do lock you directly into Noble Knights only. Next, I play 2 Noble Knight Iyane, or Ivane. If a Noble Arms equip spell becomes equipped to this card, you can special summon 1 Noble Knight token. It's a level 4 light warrior monster. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Noble Knight monsters. You can use this effect of Noble Knight Ivane once per turn. When this card is equipped with a Noble Arms equip spell, all other Noble Knight monsters you control gain 500 attack. So it's a great way to really boost your lower end monsters. I do next play 2 Noble Knight Madrat. Madrat is actually kind of fun to play because he's actually treated as a normal monster when he's face up on the field, except when he's equipped with a Noble Arms equip spell. When he's equipped with one of the Noble Arms equip spells, his attribute changes, it becomes dark, and his level is increased by 1. When you control no other monsters and it's just him with a Noble Arms, you can special summon 1 Noble Knight monster from your deck in defense position, except Madrat, and then destroy the equip spell. So what you could do is, if you have him plus 2 other Noble Knights in hand, you can, and an equip spell, you go Madrat, equip the equip spell, pop the equip spell to summon Brothers, then Brothers will come out, and then since he only can't do that with special summoning, you can wait until next turn to bounce him back by another method, or in certain cases, you can just go directly into a rank 4 body. Up next, I do play 2 Morgan, the Enchantress of Avalon. Now, this is basically your anti-hand trap, but it only works if you control a Noble Knight monster and a Noble Arms equip spell. You can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, destroy 1 Noble Arms equip spell you control, and if you do, negate the activation of that card. Basically, it's the one hand trap that works very well with this deck because it's all noble arms and noble knights. All right, moving on to our one-ofs of the deck. We play one Noble Knight Gawain. If you control a light normal monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. He's a good extender. There's Noble Knight Boars. He becomes a normal monster while face-up on the field until he's equipped with an equip spell. He then becomes dark and increases his level by 1. During the main phase, you can reveal 3 Noble Arms cards from your deck. Have your opponent choose one of them at random, and then add it to your hand. You send the rest to the graveyard, but it's a great way to get some cycling going and get some of the noble arms you don't want to have in your hand or deck. Then I do play the one Noble Knight Pelennor. You can target one noble arms equip spell equipped to this card, and one face-up card your opponent controls. Destroy them, then draw one card. This card can't attack for the rest of the turn, but he's a good spot removal and a capability to draw. Then there's Noble Knight Tristan. When I control another Noble Knight monster, your opponent cannot target your monsters with less than 1800 attack, except this card for attacks, or with card effects. When a Noble Arms equip spell is equipped to this card, target one face-up card on the field, destroy that target. So he's also another form of removal. So that's all we have for the monsters in the actual main deck. Gonna go ahead and go directly into the spells. We do play 3 Heritage of the Chalice. This is basically the in-archetype Rhoda, where it lets you search any noble knight or one noble arms card from your deck or graveyard, and you get to add it to your hand. Then if a noble knight monster equipped with a noble arms equipped spell is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, while it's in the graveyard, you get to add it back to your hand, so it's a great way to recur it back. Up next, we do have Camelot, Realm of the Noble Knights and Noble Arms. Once per turn, if a Noble Knight card you control would be destroyed by Valor or card effect, you can destroy one equipped spell you control instead. During your main phase, you can banish this card until the next standby phase. And if you do, place one Noble Knights of the Round Table from your hand, deck, or graveyard face up in your field zone. Then you can special summon one Artorias monster or add it to your hand, or one Noble Arms card from your deck or graveyard. So this is where the Noble Knight Artorias does come into hand. Since we do play 2 of Camelot, we do play 2 Noble Knights of the Round Table. This one does have a variety of different effects as our field spells between Camelot and this. This one is during the end phase, you can activate each of these effects up to once per turn, depending on the total number of Noble Knight cards with different names in your graveyard and or you control. So 3, you send one Noble Knight card from your deck to your graveyard. 6, you can special summon one Noble Knight monster from your hand. Then you can equip one Noble Arms equip spell from your deck to your hand, from your hand to that monster. 9, you can target one Noble Knight monster to your graveyard, add that target to hand. Or 12, draw one card. Next, we do play the 2 Noble Arms of Destiny. You can only control one at a time. However, you get to equip it. You can only equip to a warrior type monster. Once per turn, the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one warrior type Noble Knight monster you control. Equip this target to it. Equip this card to the target. Sorry, old wording is a little wonky. But unfortunately, you only use the re-equip once per turn. Next, I do play 2 The Glory of the Noble Knights. Basically lets you target a Noble Knight and equip it with one equip spell from your deck to that target. Then I do play the 2 Noble Arms Excalibur. This card is actually pretty great because it makes your Noble Knight monster that's equipped to cannot be targeted by opponent card effects. And during your turn, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Noble Knight. Exceeds monster you control, special summon it from your extra deck with that has a different name than the current one on the board by using the target that you're using. So if you decide to go into the rank 4 Artorias and you're trying to go into the rank 5, you can basically banish this, target the level 4 Artorias, and go into the rank 5 Artorias in the extra deck. Next, I do play the 1 Reinforcement of the Army because they are all warrior monsters. I do play the 1 Noble Arms Caliburn. It does get you 500 life points and gives your monster 500 attack. Does have the whole effect of, if this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 warrior Noble Knight monster you control, equip this target to it, or this card to it. Then you have Noble Arms Clarent. Equip only to a warrior monster you control, 1 Noble Arms Clarent once per turn. You can pay 500 life points. The equipped monster can attack directly this turn, so it's a great way to get in and swing for more damage. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target 1 Noble Knight monster you control, equip this card to that target, and you can only use the effect, this effect of Noble Arms Clarent once per turn. Then finally, we do have the other 2, which is Noble Arms Aphrodentor. Sorry, I just butchered that. And Noble Arms Gallatin. Gallatin gives your monster 1,000 additional attack. However, it drops its attack by 200 during each of your standby phases. If it's destroyed, you get to re-equip to one face-up warrior type Noble Knight monster, which is great because basically you can pop it, re-equip, it gains 1,000 attack, and it didn't lose any. Aphrodentor is, you can target 1 set card your opponent controls. The equipped monster loses exactly 500 attack, and if it does, destroy that target. If this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 warrior Noble Knight monster, re-equip it to that target. Which, all the actual equip spells are kind of fun to use because you will be doing a lot of popping and re-equipping. Alright, then finally the last 2 cards of the main deck are Until Noble Arms Are Needed Once Again. You get to excavate the top of your deck equal to the number of Noble Arms equipped spells you control, and if you do, add 1 of those cards to your hand. You can place the remaining cards on the top of your deck in any order, then you can banish this card from your graveyard, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, and special summon from your deck 1 Noble Knight monster with a different name from the cards you control or in your graveyard, but you can only use this effect of Noble Arms Are Needed once per turn. So it's a great way to just dig through your deck, see what you need, and keep going forward. Now on to the extra deck. I do play 2 Artorias, King of the Noble Knights. He's pretty nice. He does require 2 level 4 Noble Knight monsters. When he's Exceed Summon, you can target up to 3 Noble Arms equipped spells with different names in your graveyard, and then automatically equip it to him. You can detach when Exceeds material from this card, destroy any number of spells or traps on the field up to the number of Noble Arms equipped spells on the field. So basically, he can turn into a Heavy Storm if you control 5. Up next, we have the rank 5, which is Sacred Noble Knight of King Artorias. This card is Exceed Summon. You can target up to 3 Noble Arms equipped spells with different names in your graveyard. Equip those targets to this card. Once per turn, you can detach one Exceeds material from this card, then target 1 other monster on the field. Destroy that target. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, target 1 level 4 or higher Noble Knight monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. I then play 2 Sacred Noble Knight of King Custonin. He requires 2 or more level 4 Noble Knight monsters. You can detach any number of materials from this card. Target that many cards on your that your opponent controls, return them to the hand. If this card is destroyed with battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Noble Knight Exceeds monster from your extra deck, except this card. And if you do, attach this card from the graveyard to that monster's material. It's treated as an Exceed summon, which is pretty nice because you can go either Artorias the hard way into the king, or you can do Custonin into the king. Then we got a bunch of one-ofs, which is the 1 Starring Knight. He's just a level 4 or a rank 4 fairy that allows you to special summon light monsters from your hand by detaching 1 material. This card is in your graveyard, and it wasn't sent there this turn. You can target 1 level 4 light fairy monster you control, special summon this card, and if you do, attach that monster to this card as material. Unfortunately, we don't really play any fairies. Up next, we do have the number 27 Dreadnought Dreadnoid. He's just a body in here. If you ever do want to go into a rank 10 kind of engine, you can. Since at the end of the battle phase, if this card destroyed an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon from your extra deck one rank 10 or higher exceeds monster by using this card you control as material. So it's a way to go into trains if you want, or another rank 10. Up next, I do play the 1 Daigusto Emerald because he just does require 2 level 4s, allows me to attach 1 material, then target 3 monsters in my graveyard, shuffle all 3 back, and draw 1 so I can get cards I really want back into the deck. Or if I want to, I can revive Artorias with his secondary effect by attaching 1 material and targeting 1 non-effect monster in my graveyard, special summoning it. Then I do play Utopia and Utopia the Lightning. This way I have a 5k beater or access to prevent battle for at least 2 attacks. Then I finally play the 1 Link Spider because Artorias is a normal monster. It does let me special summon the other if I have him in hand, so it's a way to kind of continue up the line. Either way, we do have 3 additional spots that you can fill with anything, whether it be the trains, whether it be additional links, or synchros, or however else you'd like to build it. For me, I'm still trying to figure out those 3 spots, but I enjoy the deck as it is currently. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Until next time, guys, have a great one.
Is it okay if I'm to say I'm catching feelings from all the dealings? Am I astray? What do you say? How are you feeling? Is it the same?